It's impossible for two people to get along if they're not resonating. If that symbiosis or that symbiotic energetic relationship is not there, then it's impossible for them to agree because we're not vibrating at the same resonant frequency. And that's what's happening. Once you change your diet and you start eating fruits, these are your most energetic foods that's available to earth for human beings. They grow close to the sun. So the sun is taking these foods to photosynthesis. They get chlorophyll, chloroplasts. This scientifically proven that fruits operate every 10 units, they give you 12,000 angstroms of energy. Every 10 units that you eat a fruit, it gives you 12,000 angstroms of energy. Every 10 units of meat you eat, it gives you 3 angstroms of energy. Every 10 units of vegetables you eat, it gives you 10,000 angstroms of energy. And then when you start getting lower and lower, it depletes to 0. So imagine somebody in your house eating fruits and vegetables, operating every 10 units, you're getting 12,000 angstroms of energy, and you're getting 9 to 10,000 angstroms of energy. Then you got your significant other that don't want to make the change, and he only taking in 3,000 angstroms of energy. She's going to be highly energetic. Her consciousness is going to be very, very expansive. You know, and then he gonna be on a lower frequency. Plus, you know, when people eat meat, they tend to take on the actual stress of the meat, and they take on the actual, because we know that life is in the blood of any fleshly creature. Life is in the blood. So you cooking the blood into these meats. You're cooking the hormones into these meats. You're cooking the traumatic experience into these meats, the transgenerational epigenetics into these meats, and then you eating these meats, so you get more of a aggressive behavior. Like I told you, I work with a lot of football players and a lot of basketball players. I know football players that eat nothing but meat. Changed it now since dealing with me, but when they was eating, I mean, nothing but meat, raw at that. I know a fighter right now, can't mention his name, I'm working with him. He said he didn't start winning most of his fights until he went carnivore. And he said it brought out a devil in him. He said it brought out aggression and rage in him. But if you look how carnivores act in the jungles. They very aggressive. You know, so imagine you have this quiet, nurturing spirit eating fruits and berries and melons, walking around, you know, floating on cloud 9. Then you got a person sucking down chicken wings and eating bloody hamburgers. He mad as hell. How long you think that there's going to be in symbiosis in a household? It's not going to be for long. And then, you know, the more and more you start eating these highly energetic fruits, they start talking to you. You start figuring things out about yourself. Purposes and things that you had in life start to change. Things that you think you used to love, you begin to hate. Things that you can never see yourself doing, now you're doing. Now you're praying. Now you're meditating. Now you're talking to yourself. Now you have a self-discipline that's been kicking in. So you start loving yourself more. And a person that loves himself around somebody that willfully hate themselves unknowingly, that can never work because we're operating or we're resonating at 2 different frequencies. So that's why you usually see that the person that changed their diet and start loving themselves and doing better, they always get outcast or become the black sheep from the rest of the family.